All right, ready to dive in. Today, we're looking at Hypnovibes, this YouTube channel that's been making waves.
Yeah, they're really interesting, especially with that whole hypno-channeling thing they do.
Yeah, and it's wild the stuff they get into, right? Like universal knowledge, they're calling it.
Really out there stuff?
It is. And the hypnotist, Naomi, she's the one who's kind of leading these sessions.
Oh, yeah, I think I've heard of her.
She even wrote a book about this whole raising consciousness thing. It's called The Next Level.
Thanks, true.
But for this deep dive, we're going to be focusing on one session in particular.
Okay, which one?
It's with Naomi, obviously, and then a participant named Jessica.
Okay.
And get this, Naomi, while she's hypnotized, she encounters this hybrid being on the subway.
Whoa, hold on, back up a second.
What?
What even is hypno-channeling?
Basically, it's connecting to a higher consciousness, but through hypnosis.
Okay.
It's like they're tapping into this well of knowledge and wisdom that's, beyond our everyday awareness. And in this session, Naomi's channeling Jessica's higher self, and pretty early on, they bump into this collective energy.
Whoa, collective energy, what's that?
So according to the transcript, this energy is it describes itself as like a manifestation of all three people there.
All three, you mean?
Yeah, Naomi, Jessica, and then Jessica's higher self.
Oh, wow, that's...
It's like this, fusion of their energies, making something completely new and separate.
Huh. Okay, so what does this collective energy thing do?
Well, the interesting thing is, it tells Jessica that she's like this powerful creator.
Really?
Yeah, she's supposedly capable of manifesting anything she wants.
Okay, that's a pretty bold statement. What's the purpose of this energy thing?
I know, right? And this is just the beginning of the session.
Whoa, there's more.
Oh, yeah, we haven't even gotten to the hybrid encounter yet.
Dang, so you're saying hypno-channeling can lead to, all sorts of crazy experiences?
Well, in another session, Naomi channeled what she described as a huge resolve rally. Yeah, your guess is as good as mine.
Wow, sounds wild.
Yeah, so there's definitely a whole spectrum of possibilities here.
So I guess each session is a journey into the unknown then.
Totally.
Yeah.
Who knows what you'll find, right?
Yeah.
But for now, let's focus on this hybrid being.
Okay, back to the subway.
Right, so the transcript reveals some pretty interesting stuff about them.
Like what?
Well, first of all, they're supposed to have knowledge that's way beyond anything us humans understand right now.
Oh, wow.
And they've got this weird lifespan, too. Super long adulthood, but no traditional childhood.
Whoa, no childhood.
Nope, just straight to being a grown-up.
I can't even imagine what that would be like to not have a childhood.
Yeah, makes you wonder how it shapes you, right?
Definitely.
And it gets even weirder.
Ow.
The transcript says their physiology is completely different from ours.
What do you mean?
Like different organs, and they mainly eat fruit.
Huh, so maybe they're not even from Earth.
Right. Starting to sound pretty sci-fi.
I know, right? And where do they even live? Do we know?
All we know is that they were on the subway.
Okay, so on their way somewhere, but where?
Yeah, it really leaves a lot open to interpretation.
So we only get this tiny glimpse into their life.
Exactly, just a peek behind the curtain.
I mean, even that little glimpse is already making me question everything I thought I knew.
Yeah, me too.
But wait, there's more, right?
Oh yeah, did I mention the spaceship?
Wait, they have a spaceship?
Apparently so, according to the transcript anyway.
Okay, hold on. Spaceship, subway, what's going on here?
Well, it says it's located close to Earth.
So they're right next door?
It seems that way, and get this, it gives them access to higher dimensions.
Higher dimensions, they can travel between dimensions.
That's what it sounds like. They can even shift into another dimension, become invisible to us.
Whoa, that's some next level stuff right there.
Right. And to top it all off, the transcript says this hybrid is a fourth generation being.
Fourth generation? You mean there's been others before this one?
Yeah, sounds like a whole lineage of these beings.
Yeah. So let me get this straight. This being, they have knowledge we can't even fathom. They travel in a spaceship parked near Earth. They can disappear into other dimensions.
And they are just one in a long line of similar beings.
Wow, this is blowing my mind.
I know, right? Okay, so we're back, and we're diving even deeper into Hypnovibes. Remember where we left off? A fourth-generation hybrid just chilling on the subway.
Yeah, and we can't forget about that collective energy thing, the one that told Jessica she was some kind of super creator.
Right, 2 mysteries for the price of 1. It's like a bonus episode.
So what do you make of that whole collective energy thing? What was its deal?
It's definitely not your average hypnosis session, that's for sure.
I mean, the idea that these 3 separate energies could, merge together into this collective consciousness, it's pretty wild.
Some people might say it's just like a subconscious projection or something.
Yeah, but it gave Jessica such a specific message. It feels like more than just a random hallucination.
Right. Like, the transcript even mentions that the collective energy was surprised when Jessica didn't immediately buy into its whole "you're a powerful creator" spiel.
Yeah, she was skeptical of her own power, like she didn't believe it.
Exactly. And that reaction makes it seem like she was really interacting with something,
It really makes you think about consciousness. Like, what if we all have access to these collective energies?
Whoa, that's deep.
And what if they're like the key to unlocking our full potential or something? It's like what Naomi talks about in her book, The Next Level.
Yeah, tapping into your higher self, all that good stuff.
It's a pretty common idea, this whole idea that we're more than just our physical bodies.
Like there's this deeper level of consciousness just waiting to be tapped into.
Right, and it's almost like this hybrid being with all their crazy abilities is like a living example of that untapped potential.
They exist on a totally different level of reality, with knowledge and powers that we can only dream of.
And it's not just about them as an individual either. Remember, this is a fourth generation being.
We keep coming back to that. And it's just so wild to think about, like a whole society of hybrids just out there doing their thing.
It's crazy, right? Like, what's their culture like? What kind of technology do they have? It's a total mystery.
And the transcript mentions a spaceship, right? It's situated close to Earth.
Yeah, they just casually have a spaceship parked right outside our atmosphere. It's insane.
Like something out of a movie, right? They can just pop in and out of our reality whenever they please.
But we have to remember, we're dealing with subjective experiences here, It's all filtered through hypnosis and channeled communication and all that.
So how do we know what to believe? Where do we draw the line between open-mindedness and just blindly accepting everything we hear?
It's a tough balance, for sure. We can't just dismiss everything as nonsense just because it sounds strange.
But at the same time, we can't just take every detail literally, right?
Exactly. We have to approach it all with a healthy dose of wonder and skepticism,
Like we're detectives, trying to piece together a puzzle with some really weird clues.
And just like detectives, sometimes we might not get all the answers no matter how hard we try.
But even the act of searching, of exploring the unknown, can lead to some pretty amazing discoveries.
Absolutely. It forces us to think outside the box, to question everything we thought we knew.
So where do we go from here? What else can we learn from this transcript?
I'm really fascinated by the whole interdimensional travel thing. Like, what does it actually mean to shift into another dimension? What does that tell us about the nature of reality itself?
And we're back for the final part of our deep dive into hypno-vibes. It's been a wild ride so far.
Yeah, we've been through a lot. Hypno-channeling, hybrid beings, collective energies. It's like we're living in a sci-fi movie.
It really does feel that way, like all our assumptions about reality are being challenged.
Totally. I mean, we've got this hybrid being who can access higher dimensions and become invisible. It's mind-blowing.
And don't forget the spaceship parked near Earth.
Oh, yeah, that too.
That's a lot to process.
But there's one thing we haven't talked about in a while. Remember that message from the collective energy?
The one about Jessica being a powerful creator. Yeah, it kind of got overshadowed by the whole hybrid thing.
Right. Like it's almost a separate mystery within this whole session.
So what do you think it all means? Like, why was Jessica told that she could manifest her desires?
Well, there are a few ways to look at it, I guess.
Okay, like what?
Maybe it's about the power of belief, If you truly believe in yourself and your abilities, you can achieve anything.
Okay, that's a pretty positive message.
It is, but there's another possibility, too.
What's that?
What if it's pointing to something deeper about the nature of reality itself?
I'm not sure I follow.
Okay, so some theories suggest that consciousness isn't just a passive observer, but it actively shapes reality.
So you're saying our thoughts and beliefs can actually influence the world around us?
It's a radical idea, I know, but there's some evidence to support it.
Like what?
Well, there's quantum physics. For one, it's showing us that the observer plays a role in determining the outcome of events.
So we're not just watching the universe unfold, we're actually participating in its creation.
Exactly. And this idea has been around for centuries in various spiritual traditions.
So are you saying we could all potentially manifest our desires, like Jessica?
I'm not saying it's easy or that it's a guaranteed thing.
Right.
But I do think it's worth considering the possibility that our minds have a much greater impact on reality than we realize.
It's almost like this hybrid being, with all its advanced abilities, is a living example of what we could achieve if we tapped into our full potential.
Yeah, maybe they're not just visitors from another dimension, but a reflection of what we could become.
And the collective energy, that fusion of consciousness, could be a glimpse into how we access that potential, how we connect to a deeper level of awareness.
It's all just speculation, of course, but it's fun to think about.
It is, and even if we never fully understand the mysteries of hypnochanneling or the true nature of this hybrid being, the journey itself has been pretty incredible, right?
Totally. It's made me question everything I thought I knew about reality.
Me too. And I think that's the beauty of exploring these kinds of topics. It's not about finding all the answers.
It's about opening ourselves up to new possibilities.
Exactly. And realizing that there's still so much out there that we don't know.
So keep asking questions, keep exploring, and who knows what you might discover.
And that wraps up our deep dive into Hypnovibes. Thanks for joining us.
And remember, the most profound discoveries are often the ones we make within ourselves.
I'd like to invite or let this energy channel through this body, the tree-like energy to come through this body, and so we can find out more about you. When I count to 3, you'll be here. 1, you're coming through this body. 2, almost here. And 3. Hello. Are you the tree energy? Tell us why you're here.
I'm just the collective energy of all 3 beings here.
Oh, 3. Who are the 3?
3 beings in this physical room.
Oh, this 3 human.
Yeah.
Wow, you're the collective. Wow. But you have a reason to be here.
I'm just a physical or energetic manifestation of the 3 of you being in the same room.
So there's, there's no reason here. Because if we are here, then you will be here.
Yes.
I see. Anything you want, let Jessica, the other Jessica, know? She did the session today here.
She's a very powerful
Creator. What she can create.
wherever she wants.
Oh, that's good to let her know. Anything else for me, for just the other Jessica? So if only me and Jessica are here, then it will be a different collective.
Yes.
I see. Now I understand. So you say you identify yourself as a collective energy for the 3. I see. And thank you for this information, and appreciate the energy, and I'll let you go now. And I want to ask you, because I also channeled my future self, Riley. So I know it's not everything I should ask you, but let's say if I want to ask you about someone, and you can also tap into that person.
Yes, I can try.
So before that, the hybrid, what else we want to know?
Well, he did come back because you guys wanted to see him.
And he knows that.
He knows a lot more than most humans do.
But he doesn't grow. Let's say he was always, he just, he doesn't have a childhood.
He's a little older.
Meaning?
He was an adult for the majority of his lifetime.
So he was also born. He has parents.
That I do not know.
And he does not have the same organ like us.
No. He's built differently.
Right. And he doesn't eat.
He eats very light things, fruits.
So when he's taking the train, he's going to somewhere.
He has things to do.
But where he rest or sleep?
That I am unsure of.
He lives like us, like in an apartment.
He lives in a spaceship.
And the spaceship is not too far from Earth.
It's in the sky.
So when he goes there, how he transform?
He's able to see and tap into higher dimensions.
And then he can just change forms.
He can shift into another dimension, ultimately becoming invisible to the human eye.
I see. So he's the 4th generation.
Whatever you call it.
Yao?
I'm not sure of labels.
All right. So very good.